Hello there, good to see you all. How are you doing today? Let us begin by saying a very happy birthday to Jess. Happy birthday, Jess. I hope you're having a lovely day. And I hope you're able to treat yourself to something special as well. Yes, can we have some happy birthdays for Jess, please? Thank you. Good to see you, Kyron. Good to see you, Lucy, too. Yeah, there we go. How's the day been treating you all? Is it going well? Right. We've got this horrible fight in front of us. Not this again. What do we do? What do we do here? Let me put on some armor. Oh, what was I going to say now? I cannot remember. Oh yes, that was it. I need my anti-rot spell, don't I? You have to work today, but the stream will help then. I'm glad I started a little early, so the stream will help you. There we are. Oh, I'll tell you what I've been doing recently. Recently I've been playing Terraria. That has been great fun. It's quite challenging. There's quite a bit to remember and to learn, but it's been fun. You never know, I might bring that to the stream one day. And aside from that, there may not be a stream on Friday because there's a possibility that I have to have a wisdom tooth removed. So wish me luck that that doesn't have to happen. But aside from that, yeah, that's about it. Just put on these little bits of equipment that I'm going to need. And we'll start on things. So, Kyron, Lucy, have you two been doing anything interesting recently? Kyron, better question for you would be, have you had any rest recently? I know I'm one of those people who's constantly telling you to slow down, but we have your best interests in mind. Right. This should be a little better. So I'm going to abandon the notion of trying to get through this fight using only Ansbach's armor, because it was just getting too difficult. It really wasn't fun. I want this fight to be over and done with as soon as possible. But, yes, I may be losing my wisdom, Galney. Good to see you, by the way. So, fingers crossed. I really don't like going to the dentist, so it's one of these things. We'll see what happens. But before we begin, let's have a little chat. How far have I gotten in Terraria? I discovered evil in the form of a skeleton boss and died instantly. And I don't know. I might have to just bring it to the stream and start a brand new game. We'll find out. I also found something completely unrelated. In this game, if you put on the outfit that I'm about to show you here, the greaves completely change. Isn't that weird? Never knew that happened. Looks very stylish, but unfortunately it offers no defense. There we go. Right, let us see what we need. Medium load. That's the one. Right. So, Kyron, you were doing work on your channel, good. And a cinematic neon club. Ooh. I look forward to seeing any pictures of that. Yes, inflatable trousers. Right. Well, shall we begin on this one then? So, what equipment do I need? I need a freeze pot to take down one of them. And I need that. That's it. Let's make 4 of these. Just in case. And for the rest of them, can't remember what I got the poison for. I don't know. But we're going to find out how this fight goes. I can imagine this is going to be one of the fights that I'll be stuck on for a while, but I've got to get past these or else there's going to be nothing else happening for a while. Unless it gets to the point where I have to quite literally say, do you know what? It is time to bring in the summons. And I'd rather not do that. So, let us begin. After this, by the way, we've got to defeat Godwin, haven't we? No, not Godwin.
Don't you
Honolulu.
approach Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight's leather, Dryleaf Dane, and our allies.
No, I've not taken him down just yet. How's Gelney, by the way? You well?
Freya, the time has come.
Now, I want to get a little bit of bleed on this one.
I could not hope for a worthier foe.
And I missed.
This is our moment. Let's make it something.
There we are. And now one more. Perfect. And now Hornsent is here a little early. So that's not perfect. That's not very good, actually. Oh, dear. I think we're going to die. I need to take out Hornsent.
Just as the woman said it would be. Lord of the Earth Lord of Man.
So, if you are wondering why I'm so worried about this guy, that spell that he's casting there essentially one-shot me because it does about 2,000 damage. And I realise I'm getting straight into the fight, but I want to try and get this over and done with. No, never mind.
Battle could not be more fitting for the birth of a new god and the coming of a lord.
What else have I got to say? Oh yes, it was kind of nice in its own way to be able to open up and explain what was going on. So for those of you that read that message, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Really do. There's a lot of other things going on that I'm not going to share, but it's one of these moments where life challenges you and you try and just keep pushing forwards.
Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight's
You're a bit sick, Galney,
Dryleaf Dane,
and I hope you feel better soon.
will never allow this.
Can we have some hearts for Galney, please?
I am the Red Mane, Freya. The time has come.
Thank you, Jess.
I cannot hope for a worthier foe. This is our moment. Let's make it something to remember.
I don't think this is the best, is it? Find a way of taking her down as quickly as possible before she heals. Oh no, too late, I'm dead.
Lord of the Earth Lord of Marika.
This is such an unfair fight, I despise it. 1-1 if you would prefer, by the way, to see Darkest Dungeon, or 2-2 if you prefer to see Terraria on stream.
Such as it is.
1-1 Darkest Dungeon, 2-2 Terraria.
Birth of a new god and the coming of a lord.
I am having second doubts about Terraria, to be honest, because... Oh, sorry, oh, that's good.
You were fine.
Because it seems so bleak. But 1-1 because chat gets to be involved. I can see that. Yes, I can see how that would help. Sorry, Mo.
Mikula the Kind.
No, you don't.
Forever.
Oh, dear. Now, are we about to take this down? Because this is a very good run so far.
For speaking to you as a compatriot. You stood before the withered arm.
They really take no damage, though. Terraria's bleak. No, I misspoke there. Darkest Dungeon seems rather bleak. And if I'm a little focusing here, it's because this is going well. He says as he runs out of mana. Oh no, no! One shot again. Ah, that was going so well. Also stop reading chat. No, I've got to keep talking. My last stream, by the way, I had the lowest amount of people in the stream that I've ever had. And I think it was because I was just so quiet. Kind of disappointed in myself because nothing was coming to my mind whatsoever. I'm in trouble now because I forgot to make freeze pots, didn't I? Oh dear. Right. We'll use one of these.
I am the Red Mane Freya. The time has come.
Thank you, Kyron. Enjoy your lurk, Lucy.
This is our moment. Let's make it something to remember.
It amazes me when I see the big VTubers and they are able to quote-unquote yap. Yapping is not a new word. It's a word my generation have been using since before they were born. I'm dead.
It's just as the woman said it would be.
Thought so.
Lord of the Earth Tree. Lord of Marika.
They must live very interesting lives. I wonder what it is that they do. And at what point do I bring out the Mimic tier for this fight? Other than that, has anybody been playing anything interesting?
Don't you dare approach Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight's Ledder, Dryleaf Dane, and our allies.
Visions of Mana. Ah. I'll admit, the voice acting on that game is absolutely terrible. That's my opinion of it. It's a beautiful game, but the voice acting is...
I could not hope for a worthier foe.
something
Let's make it something to
lacking, put it that way. I think it's because it's so overdone. And it's overdone in the wrong way. It treats the listener like a child. I was watching, say for example, The Legend of Nim.
Lord of the Earth Tree.
At least I saw a clip from it. And the voice acting for that is absolutely astounding.
I never could
Sounds like true classically trained actors
trees right
doing what they do best.
such as it
Got
is.
stun locked.
This battle could not be more fitting for the birth of a new god and the coming
And if only we could have that level of voice acting coming out of North America. But I doubt that's going to happen anytime soon. Thank you, Kyron. I think it's also a director issue. The directors are not on the level necessary to create... What's this? Up! Nominal! 20 months! Thank you very much, Nominal. It's a very long time, isn't it? Let me just turn that up a little, so it's very quiet. There we go. Well, Nominal, you have been a supporter now of this channel practically since its inception, if not since its inception. So given that you are one of the oldest people here, would you like to give a little speech?
Approach Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight's Ledder,
How are you doing, by the way?
and our allies will never allow this.
Thank you, Nominal.
I
Mean
am
it.
Red Mane Freya. The time has come.
Hope you like the emos, by the way. Sorry I've not been able to get any new ones.
I could not hope for a worthier foe.
I haven't got any space for them.
Let's make it something to remember.
Surprised this does so little damage. No, we don't. Oh, Hornsent, I despise you.
Lord of America, you two deserve to face the reckoning.
Oh, how am I going to defeat them?
I never could have imagined.
You remember the first day that I lured you into the painted world of Aramis, and then shoved you down a well and left you to die? True. I remember that well, actually.
Not be more fitting for the birth
The first stream that I ever did,
coming of a lord.
when I went to that Dark Souls world, what was it? It was Majula, and jumped down the well. I wish I could have continued that level of interactivity. But I struggled to find worlds that had anything even close to that sort of thing going on. Oh no, Mars here. Oh, they're all here. Oh, I'm getting rough now. Yep, this is bad. I'm stuck against a wall. On the topic of VR streams, one thing I've decided to do is, now that I have a dedicated microphone on my headset, I'm going to play Half-Life Alyx again, on stream, from beginning to end. Because the last time I did it, you weren't able to hear me because my microphone was at my desk. So 9 times out of 10, all you could hear was just... which wasn't exactly the best thing, was it?
Dry leaf Dane and our allies will never allow this.
I hope you enjoy that.
I am the Red Mane Freya. The time has come. I cannot hope for a worthier foe. This is our moment. Let's make
You love that game. It's a very spooky game, isn't it? A friend of mine, Vivi, has just got herself a big screen beyond. And I told her, ooh, if you want to try a VR game, you've got to try that one. Because it has true dark points in it. Now, why did that not go through? I'm dead.
Said it would be. Lord of the Earth Tree. Lord
Oh, shit. Already healed again. I hate this fight. I'm so sick of it.
I never could have imagined it. That you might be
So, Neminal, you beat the game for the first time a few weeks ago. Well done.
such as it is.
Wait a minute. You've had it since release. That is a long time.
God and the coming of a lord.
I'm dead. Oh, why am I wasting my time with this when I could just use the Mimic tier? I don't know which to do. Do I do the challenge where I say to myself, I'm going to beat this no matter what, without mimics? Or do I just bring the Mimic tier and make my life a heck of a lot easier? Neminal, you're an expert at stalling. I feel as if I've stalled with my talent at this point.
Mikula the Kind. Needle Knight's letter. Dry leaf Dane and our allies will never.
I am the Red Mane Freya. The time has come.
Test the Mimic tier to see how much it helps.
I could not hope for a worthier
Well, I may have tested it off stream actually, and it made life so much easier.
to remember.
Oh, I know the answer already.
Tis just as the woman said it would be.
Wait a minute, that walking strat is working well.
Lord of America, you two deserve to face the reckoning.
There we go. Red Mane down.
In your
Don't you dare.
glory. It was.
Go away. Mon! Mon! You stay away!
And I, fighting.
this is. Oh, Mikala,
I'm so sick of this fight. I really am.
our clan.
Well, this is going well, but now Dane is here. And he's going to cast his special golden magic, isn't he? Oh, Oz health is enormous pool. And I'm dead. No way I can dodge this.
I'm sorry for speaking to you as a compatriot. When we stood before the withered arm.
Mikala the
Can you just stand still? I'm glad there's still a little bit of knockback on this sword. Let's try and out-heal the Scarlet Rot. Now. Yep, you've already Scarlet Rotted me once more, and you never gave me all your cookbooks. I despise you.
By way of apology, I will reveal the
You're
magic
so annoying. Oh no, no, not against a wall, not against a wall. How do people know hit this? How do they do it? Right, that's more down. And now they're entering into their second phase, aren't they? What is that? What is these? What is that attack? It just keeps on going and going and going and going. Are we going to do it? No! Leda, I despise you. It's over. It's done. It's done. No more. Ah, there we are. Pardon the cackling. GG. GG chat. GG. Right, I better get my items. Moore's Barbarian. Nemeral, thank you for the 5-pack.
Just gifted 5 subs.
What are you doing, you madman? Thank you very much. Ooh, Dane's footwork. Now wait a minute. Where is Tiolier's set? Oh, don't tell me he had to be alive to get his set. I wanted Tiolier's set. That thing looked amazing. Neminal, thank you for the gift sub to Lucy, Papas's Basic Karma. That's a name I've not seen in a long time. Jiggles and Galney. Galney, enjoy. Everybody else, enjoy. Lucy too. Ah, one for each dead follower of Mickle. Thank you. Right. Where is Tiolier's set? Or did I have to keep him alive for the end of the summon? Have I now got to wait until the very end of the game DLC next time on New Game Plus 2 to do that? You. Hate you. Oh, gosh, that was a tough fight. Ah! Who is this? Later. Good riddance. Absolute traitor. I was her errand boy for the entire game and then she turned on me. How dare she? Well, got a lot of new things, haven't we? Right, okay, Dane's footwork. A soiled loincloth. Ugh. Lovely. A Morn's armour, which weighs an absolute ton. And his shield. Right. Ah, that's nice. In her defence, you were on her way to kill her boss. Well, she's been sending me to do that sort of thing. So, now, before we do this, we have to go back and beat Horaloo, don't we? Did that cackle blow your ears out, by the way? It was very loud. Right. Can I... Oh, I should have used a golden horn tender, but I forgot, didn't I? Can I go back and just level up these items? And we'll try it against Horaloo. Blasphemous blade, my beloved, you saved my life once again. How is it that main game items are still outclassing DLC things? Right. What are we going to upgrade? That just uses smithing stones and somber smithing stones. Let's try Lader's one. That's a dex weapon. Oh, I need somber smithing stones. The mic compressed it enough. Then that's impressive. That was all done on OBS's system. That was well done. So yeah, it can be energetic when necessary. Just takes a while. Right. Moore's bell bearing. What does he sell? Ooh, he sells all sorts of things, doesn't he? Right. Good to know, good to know. And Ymir? Right. Let us buy somber smithing stones, that's what I need. Two of each. There we are. Who do you think is going to be harder than the final game boss of the DLC or Melania? And then... Please tell me I've got enough smithing stones. I don't want to have to go back there and buy them again and again and again. Smithing stone 7s. Okay, we'll get those. You think the final DLC boss? Okay. And Melania at least staggers a bit. Ah. We had a hype train? Good lord, I don't think I've ever had a hype train on this channel. Thank you, Neminal. It's very kind of you. 6 is what I need, isn't it? I need 11 of those. And... Oops. That's what I need. Did you get any emotes from the hype train, by the way? I did. I got one which looks like a person, like a Kirby, where all the food has been vacuumed into their mouths. Actually shows some really good hype train emotes. Thank you again, Neminal. Appreciate that. Tell me. Blood loss at 55. And that does... not much. Okay. Now, I also found this, Euporia, which is Latin for something. Not euphoria, but Euporia. It looks interesting. For this, we want... what is it? The poison flower blooms twice. And we'll put that on. Causes bleed as well. You got that one? Oh, yes, I saw that one the other day. I thought it was pretty good. Right. Attack power. It's not very good, is it? But it does inflict Scarlet Rot. So we'll take that. And the Great Sword of Damnation, we're not going to use that. We're going to try out Lader's Blade. Now we need to just move down our army a little. There we go. Hand it over. That thing. Your dark soul. Actually did a reading of Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven the other day. Practicing my microphone technique. It was fun. But it sounded very creepy though. So I sent it to a friend. Now, in this fight, I was wearing true normal armor, wasn't I? To make it a little bit more challenging for myself. I was wearing this and the greaves. There we are. And what was I wearing on my head? I think I was wearing this. Yes, that was it. That one looks a little bit more impressive. Okay. Oh, we don't need the Blasphemous Blade. We are going to try out Lader's Sword. And what does this actually do, actually? Oh, that looks fun. Yes, I did. And I was doing it really, really close to the mic. And once upon a midnight dreary, when I wandered, weak and weary. That sort of imagining that you're waking up from a dream style thing. And it was fun. I'm so glad that other fight is over and done with. Right. Come on then, Godfrey. There. Who was that? Jess, how dare you? Ooh. That does a half-decent amount of damage. An itchy nose? Why have I got an itchy nose? Oh dear. Oh dear. Come on, you can't die after all that. I don't think this does enough damage, do you? We might have to bring out our good old-fashioned hammer. Rolling a little too early there. I'm going to have no Estus left for this next attempt. I'm dead. Oh, how did that miss? What do you mean I started it? That rolled too far out. Let's go back to the double-handed hammer, because Lader's sword was wonderful against me, but terrible against him. And then we might have a bit more of a fighting chance. Okay, we want this one. Your Nevermore was super close to the mic, so you... Oh, I see. It is a really good poem to practice, though, because speaking quietly at a low volume is particularly challenging to do. You've got to have an awful lot of diaphragmatic core strength to be able to control the volume and make sure that you don't peak and that sort of thing. Alright. In we go. He doesn't use magic, so I'm not going to use magic. Not against him. Come on then. Should do the Telltale Heart. I had to read that at some point. I think it was school. I think it was always weird because the tutors or the teachers want us to admit to doing something bad as well. Sort of made me think, why are you doing that? Is it just a guilt trip your students day? If you're close to the microphone, don't you also hear the mouth noises? Yes, but you can get a plugin to remove that, called a declicker. It's the sort of thing that you actually use to clean up LPs, and it does the same thing. We're not doing much damage, are we? Oh, it's the method acting, is it? Is that what you're going to call it? No. You shouldn't have to get a 10-year-old child in front of their class and then say, okay, tell everybody something that you did wrong, that you feel guilty for, that you hid from everybody. That's just kind of mean. No! Right. Now melee. What are we going to do? That does nothing! It did 229 damage. 229 damage. Fully upgraded, 229 damage, and I've got 50 dex. Oh, why? Ah, bother. Okay, so, let's see what it is. I thought that would have done a decent amount of damage. We'll try again, shall we? Isn't the weapon art intended for enemies who are already poisoned? Yes, but I'm hoping that I can poison him and then do the extra damage. Oh, I've got Dane's footwork on its own here. We'll see what happens. Just by using that. This game really does like to disappoint you at times, we'll be honest. So what happened there, Lucy, was I used a weapon which I got from a boss, which did no damage whatsoever. I mean, it didn't even hit him then. Now it's... Oh, the cast on that is so slow. And all I want to do... There we are, that's what I was looking for. The Scarlet Rot. Doesn't have the range, really. Let's try again. Oh yes, I did kill Leda. Finally. And I did it without summons. Just doing it true hard mode. Yobot! Or is it Iobot? I don't know. Is it Yobot or Iobot? We have a first time chatter, but actual VIP in here. No. The person there is a robot VTuber who has an absolutely amazing model and a really cool voice. Stream on YouTube at the moment. and hopefully coming back to Twitch. And last night... oh, 1 minute, I'm trying to focus. I was watching them play Terraria and helping them out with crowd control, which was very fun. There we are. Yes, please, go give them a follow. Got to say, I really do like your design. Especially the sort of pattern that you have on the hat. Thank you for giving them a follow, Lucy. Appreciate that. Don't have time to even do one attack. Never mind. Yes, those emotes are cute. Who made those? Oh, who are they from? Right. I am just going to get some more water, so I've just realised I've run out. I should be back in a second. It's only going to take me 30 seconds. 1 moment. Thank you for waiting. There we are. What was I going to do now? Dane's footwork is not very good, so we'll switch it over to the other one. Let me see. Thank you, Lucy. For Ashes of War, I need to change this one, the Dryleaf Hearts, to Dryleaf Whirlwind, because that's much better. And what we'll do, we'll switch them between the two by having... Where are they? The whip. Okay. If I can get him poisoned with the whip and then switch into the what's it called? Flower blooms twice, I might be able to get some poison damage. The tap. What is the tap? Desync tap. Oh, I can't see that one, Jess. Got to ask, by the way, Io, how did you come up with your design? Is it something that you drew yourself, or did a friend make it for you? It really is great. Ah, I see, Jess. That was a stagger there. Now he's poisoned, so it only takes one to poison him. That's not bad. Oh, it was an adoptable. Very nice. And me. I've always wondered what people do with adoptable artworks. If you don't know what an adoptable is, it's when an artist creates a character and then says, you can buy this character off me for any price that you for the price that they set, but do anything you want with it. And some people use them to say, okay, that's going to be my character design for the VTuber. Which I thought was a neat idea. Does he not get Scarlet Rot? Please. Oh dear. If you're too close to him there, you can't roll around. Io, I am thinking of actually streaming Terraria myself. Do you have any tips for an absolute beginner? Because Jess plays it as well. But I'd like to see how you two contest different ideas. Oh, that desk slamming emo, that's brilliant. And my voice is going. That is because I wasn't able to sleep last night. I was up from 2 till 4 a.m. No, actually. Up from 1 till 5 a.m. And I've just had one of those weird days. I did get more of my book written though, which makes me happy. Actually, last night I found a really useful resource, which is going to make it much easier to write. Well, that's good. Arthur, good to see you. How are you doing today?
Honest warrior, 'twas nobly fought.
What are we looking for? Thank you, Io. I appreciate that. Oh, the story behind my voice is, I used to be mute. For a while I went mute for 3 months, and that was due to illness. And when it came back, I was like this. Absolutely terrible. And took a few months to get it back to normal, but since then, I spent about a decade every single day reading aloud for an hour. And I did slack off on doing that recently, but I've started doing it again. I feel as if my mouth is really lazy at the moment, so it's not as good as it could be. Oh yes, by the way, could we have some happy birthday messages for Jess, please? Oops, missed. Oh, he's poisoned. Wow! Every attack! It's been one of those days for you too, Arthur. I can really sympathise with you. I found out that I probably need to have either a tooth removed on Friday or Thursday. Filling at least. And the most annoying bit with that is it's no fault of my own. I've got a wisdom tooth which has grown in the wrong way. So, wish me luck. If it does turn out that I need some work doing, there will not be a stream that day. I'll be in too much pain probably. I'm not going to do a Fillion. Fillion, if you know of that person, she had 2 wisdom teeth removed, and that very same evening, whilst completely doolally, out of her mind, on painkillers, she auctioned off her wisdom teeth on stream. A few days later, she found them in the freezer. Why? That was supposed to hit. Yes, she said to people, shaking essentially. Imagine that these are her teeth in a bottle. She's saying, "Okay, chat, if you want to buy my teeth, whoever gives the most subs gets to buy them. I will send them to you." And people were gifting 10 packs, 20 packs, 50 packs, 100 packs. I don't know. Didn't Zoodle do well after having his wisdom teeth out? I don't know. Don't remember that. I tried the idea of saying to myself, maybe I could be a better writer if I was completely drunk. No, I just became really lazy and I thought, I can't be bothered to do it. It didn't help at all. with ice packs taped to his face. I might have to get some actually then. Wow. I'm getting hit by everything. He's still dominated that day, really? Wow. When you know the game so well, you can do it despite being in absolute agony and talking to chat and under the pressure of knowing you're competing with others. You are at gold level standards. Right. Well, that's not working, so we'll try the other one. And do I even need the whip? Not really. What else could I use? Let's try a Poria. It's not glowing gold, but we'll give it a go. I found this by accident, by the way. Anotaku, thank you very much for the raid. Could we have a shout out for Anotaku, please? Little Bean, welcome on in. Now, Anu, I'm just about to fight an incredibly tough boss here, so if I miss a message, I'm sorry. But I appreciate the raid. What have you been streaming? What is that attack? Oh, wow! That does no damage! You never get to raid me. I think we stream at very different times, don't we? Playing Sonic Frontiers, that's the new one, isn't it? I missed. Our question is, though, have you ever played this game? That doesn't do enough damage. Ah, I see, Jess. I'm looking at chat too much. Yes, go give Anu a follow, please. Right. Okay, let's see if I can cast this in time. Ah, too far away. Never mind. You'd love to see Anu play this. Well, there you go, Anu. You've got requests from viewers now. And if you need to head off at any point, by the way, I fully understand. Especially if you've been streaming for a long time. Yes, I can do that too. But you're faster than me, aren't you? Can I get a stagger, please? Oh, that was unfair. Never mind. Giving him a follow? Thank you very much, IO. Appreciate that. Oh. What did I try there? I tried Eporia, which again was of no use. This game. This is a very tough fight, I'll say that much. I'll try a bit more bleed. I will gladly take game recommendations from people, by the way. I am looking for new things after this, because I may finish this in a few streams. And I'd rather... Well, actually, part of me would like to go into New Game Plus, but I don't think people would enjoy watching that. I don't want to turn into a perpetual Souls streamer. I hit everything there but the enemy. I mean, that wasn't bad. There's Zoochosis coming out. Oh, that's the zoo horror game, isn't it? Oh, no! Oh, bother. I don't like horror games, Hayo. No. I tried Alien Isolation in VR and Half-Life Alyx in VR, and that was scary. Very, very unsettling. And Jess, you'd prefer a game that has fall damage. Well, that's Terraria. The games that I actually bought, hoping to play them on stream over the Steam sale, the VR ones, turned out to be really bad for streaming because they're so jittery. I'm trying to find something else. Arthur, I've decided that I'm going to play Half-Life Alyx again. It's fun enough that people enjoy it, and this time you'll be able to hear me on the microphone, because I have a new mic, don't I? For the headset, that is. I must be driving this man mad. So I just keep coming back again and again and again. I'm rolling! Why am I getting hit? I'm dead. Zerhef, good to see you. And Lush too. Good to see you too. We took down the quad. Yes. Leda and her friends are dead. And I did it solo with no summons. Finally. I cackled like some kind of cauldron brewing witch. It was not a very manly cackle, I'll say that much. It was maniacal, but wasn't manly. And I'm glad that's over. You hated that fight. Me too. Me too. Right. This is what I will be doing, by the way, for most of the stream. Just fighting this boss until I take him down. Because that's what you do in this game. Once you get stuck up against a boss, and you've taken every other area out, it turns into a boss rush. Could I get some bleed, please? I'm dead. Didn't have the chance to heal. What else? I'm trying to think of things to talk about, but all I've got on my mind is that book that I'm writing. So, 1-1 if you want to talk about AI dating partners. 2-2 if you don't. 3-3 if you've got a topic you would like to propose. And we shall discuss that. As it says, chatty streamer. Chatty streamer with empty smooth brain. You can't just type 3-3 and not propose a topic, Lush. That's not how it works. When the streamer asks for help, you give it. You don't just go... Let's try again. What equipment have I got in? 4-4 for dominance. There, if you don't have a dominant bone in your body. Now, there's going to be an ad break. I hate them. I can't stop them. If you sit through it, I appreciate it. Dude, you're typing your topic. Oh, okay. Oh, of course. Why do I get hit? You'd think after 2 hits with this hammer, he would at least take a little bit of stagger damage. Nope, not at all. Oh no, forgot about that one. And again? Really? Oh, this is a punishment for getting long range, isn't it?
Twas nobly fought.
Never mind. No, it isn't, Zeref, because you're living in imagination rather than reality. You can't convince me otherwise. Besides, I didn't know you swung that way. That's new. No judgment! It's just very new. But it's by your own admission there, so I hope you're happy. And now I can already hear you cackling, going, oh no, why? Right, let's try again. What else could I do? I don't think I can buff this weapon, can I? Can I? Can I put anything on this? It would be wonderful if I could put blood flame grease on it. No, of course you can't. Then, sir, if you enjoy fondling your pickles, can we have a more safer work topic, please? Thank you. Family-friendly channel and all. There we are. You want to talk about video game essays? You watched Soviet Womble's video essay on the Forest game. Yes, I saw that one. And you have to discover all of it through his guessing. Oh, I can't read that and avoid that at the same time. The question is, though, how do I talk about that? Because to talk about a video game essay means that I need to create a video game essay, or at least have one in mind. My thoughts on video game essays are that sometimes I think YouTubers create content out of nothing that exists. And they do that to please the algorithm rather than to actually talk about what is truly in the game. Now, there are some brilliant ones out there. Smotown is a brilliant one for Elden Ring. Same with, what do you call it? Vartividya, and there is the lady who does all the cosplays for the outfits in the game beforehand. But I'm trying to do too much. But I don't know enough about the topic. So, Lush, I can't answer. To be able to talk about it at length means that I know the topic well. I don't. I'll admit I've worked with a few YouTubers who create video essays, not video game, but video essays, and they're always fun to teach. But to talk about it, you need to know your research. I don't. I can critique, and I can praise, but I can't talk at length. That's the hard bit. Give me more hints, and I'll try and do my best. What aspects of a story do you like revealed in a video game? What do you like to guess? Oh, I am phenomenally poor at discovering anything in a video game. unless it's by pure accident. I am not a lore interpreter at all. I find it to be pretty difficult, and I think that's because when everybody else was reading fiction, I was reading non-fiction, and then I switched to reading manga. And most manga, quite frankly, just explains the story for you. So when it came to interpretation, I wasn't doing it. It's a skill I've not yet developed. How am I alive? You think I'm very observant? I think I may have just years ago watched Elden Ring lore dives, and they slowly seep into the subconscious of my memory. And then you get to see the results. Oh dear, I'm dead. Yep, couldn't roll in time. Never mind. How do I feel about Dark Souls storytelling compared to other games? Absolutely nonsensical. Unless you read every single item, unless you look at every single statue, unless you listen and try and pick apart every single word that's said by an NPC, which 9 times out of 10 doesn't make sense. They will go to you and say something such as, "Prithee be periwigged of all nappy protrusions, thine tarnished one." And you're going, why is that man telling me in Old English to remove my mustache and have a shave? It makes no sense. Not at all. No, that's what I think. Am I right? Or am I wrong? I'd like more explanations in-game. I think it's a fine balance. If you go into cinematic narration, it can be a little bit over the top. And you can be treating the player as someone who has no ability to interpret what's going on. Similarly, I don't like it when some games just give you lore dumps, which are grand archives of reading on data slates, typically, for you to figure out what's going on. Because that involves you having to keep everything in your memory to figure out what the heck they're talking about. But if you have the cinematic storytelling such as you had in Half-Life Alyx, where you are told by the changing environment what's happening, that's a nice balance. But then again, I don't mind that I don't understand this game, because understanding the game isn't that much of an issue. What is a true issue is dodge, roll, cast magic, scream, cry, rinse, repeat. You're imagining my avatar with a moustache. Believe it or not, first interpretation of my avatar did have a moustache, and it looked so incredibly wrong. It was very sort of 70s CD dealer in style. You can imagine that person just working at some kind of vintage music shop. Dinkley, good to see you. Oh. I'm reading too much from chat. No, it wasn't a Fu Manchu. It was more so a long, handleless handlebar. That's what it was. If the game wasn't so hard and focused on boss fights, I would actually like to know why the bosses are fighting me. I would love to know why it is that I walk in and then they instantly attack me. Say, for example, Ramina, Saint of the Bud. That was a brilliant character with an amazing design. Who we just walk in and then she instantly starts attacking us. I have no idea why. I don't know why I'm killing her. I don't know why there's such a vengeance against us. But it's, okay, right, you're here, no words are spoken, you're just attacked. Which is a bit like a walk-by mugging. Imagine if you just walk into a shop and just go, right, we're going to kill you now. That's sometimes how this game feels. I'm purposely not doing the R2 here, just to save mana. Oh, I never knew there was a double pawn section there. Just heard it in the background. One of those pencil swirl mustaches. No! Imagine a stereotypical American suburban father from the 1970s. One of those mustaches. It was not a good look. It was the type of VTuber look where if you looked at me, you'd expect me to say, "How are you doing, champ? Did the ball game go okay?" And if I could write a story for a game, oh gosh, I'm not talented enough to do that. Or the creative ability just isn't there. Some people have stories inside their heads. I have none. I have one idea for a game, but I don't know how to make it. I don't quite know how to describe it either. I'm sorry I'm not giving you the best answers there, but it's true. I am not a creative individual. It's something I admire and, frankly, I envy. And some people are able to do it so well. What about a game where AI partners take over? Oh god, no. I want games to make people happy, not make them sad. I'd like something that would invoke happy nostalgia. Thinking of a better time, but still leaving you optimistic for it. I'm dead. Oh, I lived. Just a little bit of blood loss, that's our line. There we go. You wrote a story 7 years ago. Weirdly enough, my writing was better when I was a teenager than it is now because I was more creative.
It's me good service. Siraj.
Now. No, what is this? That was unfair. What a horrible start. First time getting to second. Oh, I'm getting rail caught. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm getting rail caught. Don't know what it is. Feels like it's lagging. Thank you, Lush. I know, I didn't want to show that bit, IO. There's a reminder. On this fight, he uses melee on second phase. So I'm trying to do exactly the same. But it's very difficult. Oh, never mind, I'm dead. So I have to do the same of punching him to death on second phase rather than using swords and hammers. I did find a fun-looking game the other day on itch.io, which was called Snow Delivery. And it is about delivering things back to base in a tank, which was fun. What could I use here? A little bit more HP. No, it's not really worth it. Charge attacks. Power of skills, there we are. Do we have any items that could help us? I'll try that, actually. Might do a few hundred. Which games did I enjoy for their story? Okay. When I was younger, there was a game called Star Ocean 3, Till the End of Time, which had, for, I don't know, 12, 14, 15-year-old me, an incredible twist in the story. Now, thinking about it, it's incredibly cliché. Yeah, that's not worth using. But that one, I loved the story. I think that was probably a product of its time, and me being young. One of the best games for explaining what was going on. Absolutely terrible voice acting, truly awful. But again, product of North American idea of animes. Who's Annie May? And what else comes to mind? Mercenaries for the PlayStation 2, I think. Did any of you play that one? I'm not that old, how dare you? What else? I can't remember. I'm sorry, this is one of the real and most annoying things with having a memory disability, is it feels as if you have great big gaps inside your life. So, for those of you that don't know, I used to keep diaries. And recently I lost 12 years worth of diaries to a software failure. Because I've been keeping them on the software, been working fine, and they've been all backed up to a separate archive. And then the software crashed, and then the archive was corrupted. So I lost 12 years worth of memories. And if I had those sort of things there, I would be able to give you great answers to these questions. But I can't. Because it's almost as if I live on a day-to-day by remembering so little. Sounds sad, right? Don't mean it that way. Let me actually have a look. What have I got in my Steam? What have I got? Okay, yeah, this is ironic, isn't it? So there are very few games here that I have in my Steam which tell a story. They're all non-story games. And the ones that do have a story, such as Mass Effect and Metal Gear Solid, I didn't particularly enjoy, because I found it so difficult to follow. That's probably what it is. It's difficult for me to keep it in my head, to remember. Does that help? Remember, I knew a guy who he could read a book once and then just repeat it, almost verbatim. Absolutely incredible. He now works as some kind of aerospace engineer, probably making £200,000 a year, that sort of thing. But I wonder what it must be like for him and someone asks him a question, do you remember XYZ? And he can detail it. Practically perfect. Do I struggle with books with my memory? Absolutely. Everything. But I try not to let it stop me. Also try not to let it act as an excuse. There we are. You struggle with memory when you're stressed. Why do you think I'm struggling? I do think, though, that this game has the potential to teach you how to deal with stress at a better level. I remember, what was it? Reading somewhere that people, combat veterans, that was it. Combat veterans were saying that they found Half-Life Alyx to be cathartic to play because it allowed them to manage anxiety better. Are you going to give me a moment to heal? No. Okay, of course you're not. And I'm against the wall. I have done that, Galney. It's just there's so much disappeared. It's almost as if someone cut part of the brain out. I don't want to get into too detail about it, though, so I'll get sad. Can you stop doing that raw, please? How am I supposed to avoid that if I can't roll out of the way? Oh dear, I'm dead. Oh, I didn't die. Right, might be a little quiet, but I'll try and... Ooh! Oh no! Oh, bother. I looked at chat, didn't I? Oh, so close. Lose, you overthink a lot. Gosh, I do. There are some nights when I can't stop my mind from racing that I have to write. Just have to write. And I've practiced meditation, that sort of thing. Weirdly enough, when I took antidepressants, I found that I used to meditate far better than I ever did. But I didn't like that, because I realized it was giving me this little thought lobotomy. And I never felt at peace, I just felt hollow. So, I don't recommend those. Having tried 7 different types, I didn't find them to be beneficial. Right, Jess, thank you for being here. Hope the rest of the day goes well. Oh dear. I'm dead. Oh! What was I talking about? Actually, the memory issue thing is why I talk about back in university. Because that must be part of the brain which wasn't damaged. Oddly enough, I can't remember almost anything from my first uni at all. There for 2 years. When I lived in London. All I remember is a horrific flatmate who did social crimes so unspeakable I've not mentioned most of them. Oh, I got stamped.
'Twas nobly fought.
I see, Luz. Well, congratulations on finishing, though. I would like to study again. I would like to do a master's, but having looked at what the people produce in those masters, I wouldn't want to do the work. It's academically dry. A master's on what? I would like to do a master's on rhetoric. And that is the study of being able to be not just convincing with your words, not just poetic in the way that you speak, but be able to understand how people like politicians and marketers use words against you. How they're able to sway the public and get them to believe in things which they once never cared about. Because I believe that a lot of ill has been done with that recently. Not to get political, but a la Brexit. And it's the sort of thing that I wish I'd been aware of. How these logical fallacies are introduced into language through some wily person who just happens to be gifted with a silver tongue. And then you realise, oh, it's not actually a silver tongue at all. It's an old... how would you put it? Technique which works in particular ways by saying particular phrases in particular orders and that sort of thing. And I'd like to learn how they do it, so that I can stop it being used against me. And if I know how to do it, be able to use it for good. A little utopian and ideal, but still, I'm dead. No, I lived. Oh, well, that's interesting. Taker's flame stays behind. Up. Ooh. Right. You see, it'd be cool. There's only one problem. A master's for that topic is only at one uni in all of the UK. Just one. Oh, I got a microstutter there. And that is in the most expensive part of London. Or in America. Oh dear. And I cannot afford that, and I don't want to ever live in London again. Using it for good, yes. Because I know that it is so easy now to become a grifter. You can make money appealing to the worst kind of people, and I flat out refuse to do it. I disdain those types. Is he going to give me a moment to attack? Oh. Oh, too early again. Oh, never mind. Not questioning your character, genuinely asking. No, Zeref. It's one of these things where everybody has their own price. But I would besmirch myself, my name, my character, my lineage, my soul, if I sold myself out. It's why I think some VTubers say, do you know what? They're just going to become a drama channel. And then they find the success, but are they ever happy? Success for them may be getting a large number of subs or having a constantly active chat. But As I've said, drama is nothing more than being a necromancer. Try again. You really can't roll backwards out of that, can you? I don't understand why sometimes you can duck under that and other times you can't. Never mind. XLR, good to see you. Could we have a shout out for XLR, please? Oh, Lucy's fine. It's just sometimes when I do that attack, my character, when they're in that part of the animation there, they dodge. Other times they don't. True, Zerif. But the whole point of a master's in that topic is to ensure that you don't. And besides, even if you're someone who can speak well, it doesn't mean that you have the impetus to use it. I can imagine there are many great poets and many great singers and many great lyricists who just don't write. They have a gift and they choose not to use it. Or when they do, they use it for someone else. Or something else. This might look easy on screen, by the way, but it is very difficult for me. I don't think we have any mods here at the moment, XLR, so please go follow XLR. Click his name and press that little purple heart button right under it. Thank you. Oh. Thank you, IO. Oh. XLR is a Sunday active YouTuber. Good. But you see, Zerif, you're seeing it in the wrong way there. It's not meant to be power over other people. It's more meant to be being able to better understand the influences on yourself. If you see it as having power over another individual, you are the exact type of person that that topic should never be taught to. But if you see it as being able to say, how is it that other people's words can sway me into ways I didn't want to think about, then you are the person that it should be taught to. I realise this isn't the most interesting topic to everybody, which is why I'm not going into detail in it. But it used to be taught to everybody. Before we had lawyers. Because if you needed to defend yourself, you had to do it yourself. And so it was something that every person was supposed to know. How to be able to speak to persuade, but also to speak or to understand how people may persuade you. And I find that interesting. Of course, there's always those jaded people out there who will say, oh, you'll only ever use it for bad. How do you know? Have you studied it? Do you know me more than I know myself? No. So what do you know? This guy does not stagger. Alright, Luz, thank you for being here. Thank you for the questions, by the way. Those sort of things help me talk. Dead. Right. I'm just going to get some more water. I'll be right back. Right, thank you for waiting. Vexlar, you were up late last night. Did you manage to get it fixed? Strength and Dex. I'll take that. Thank you, Gelny. What do I have? That's end game. That could help me. Golden Vow. And Warming Stones. Nothing really. I'll try one of these. I don't think it'll help much because I remember last time it being and be absolutely useless unless they buffed it. Ah, right, I see, Exlar. I'm glad to hear they worked. Oh, I'm so tempted to use spells, but I know I shouldn't. Doing the slow walk, is he? Okay. I'll take advantage of that. He's going to punish me, isn't he? Oh, I'm stuck in a loop now, aren't I? Not working. Oh! I forgot to take my MP, didn't I? Well, what else can I talk about other than my educational aspirations? Alright, here's a question for you. If you were to set up a shop, what would you like to sell? Don't know if I have an answer to that. I'm getting hit because I'm looking at chat. Who was the one boss I didn't speak at all? Can't remember what it was, who it was. Ah, Seagull Nest, sea seraph. Ah, that'd be a good idea. Why is that so slow to cast? Oh, not again. A coffee shop as a retirement plan. That's a good idea. He nearly threw me out of the arena then. Oh, I don't know what to do on this. Not giving me an opportunity to attack. Try again. Never mind. And he just rips your heart out. Ooh, lovely. Right. Are there any other bosses I've not fought, I wonder? No, there aren't. I mean, there's Melania, but it seems silly to do Melania before this one. XLR? Really? Are you that introverted you would set up a business where people would just say, oh, I'd rather not? I mean, there wouldn't be much salesmanship involved, would there? It would just be, do you sell socks? Yeah, there, have a look. What are you looking for? Socks. Self-evident, isn't it? Should have known that attack was coming. Wonder what would be a good idea to sell. I don't know. Same again, this is the sort of thing I could answer if I wasn't playing this game. Maybe this is why when Hob talks it's just absolute verbal vomit. With the rare exception that he has these brief moments of wonderful insight when he talks about the mind illuminated and the things he's learned over life, which I genuinely have learned from in my own way and respect. Oh, my heal didn't go through, did it? Ah, I see, Exla. What else? No, brain has gone mushy again. This is why I'm thinking of going on a hiatus, chat. I feel as if I'm getting worse at streaming. What I did, if you remember at the beginning of January, I just thought, I need a month off, and then I wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote. Yeah, that plan didn't come to fruition, but I did it anyway. Try this, see if this helps. I hope people don't mind me talking like that, by the way. I would much rather be honest rather than lie. I did enjoy collaborating, though. The collaborations were fun. I would really like to collaborate with other people. I think that would be very fun. And then you also have a person that you can engage a little bit of rapport with, which makes things a little easier. Oh, nearly died. Please don't kill me. Give me a moment to heal, thank you. This game is still forgiving in the fact that it lets the blade go through you, when you would expect it to... Oh no. To damage you. I'm dead. Well, I managed to heal just in time. His hands don't go through, that's true. Ooh, they don't at all. No! How long have I been streaming? Only 2 hours, so I've got another hour of this. Really? Oh, this is painful. How do the no-hit runners do it? How do they do it? How do they have the mental fortitude and stamina? Just years of doing the same thing again and again and again. I'd lose my mind. Right, once again. Not at all, Nominal. Not at all. Do you know what? Let's try one of these. I've not used one of these in a long time. See if it does any difference to my defense. Absolutely nothing. It's useless. What is the point of this item? Incredibly difficult to farm and does nothing to help you. I'm taking around about the same amount of damage as normally would. I don't know why I got that twice. Weird. There's nothing I can do there. Oh dear. Godfrey, please! Is it even worth protecting at this point? You know I will keep coming back. Now, is he going to be frostbitten into stage 2? Oh dear, this is bad. And I'm dead. Oh, no, I survived by a slither of HP. And I don't think I'm going to live. Yep. Oh. Can I do something else? Can I do something else? Just anything other than this fight. I have a funny feeling the next fight is going to be so much easier as well. What else have I got? My beloved Doot Horn, they nerfed that, didn't they? Try these two. DLC weapons, why not? I think what I most enjoy about Elden Ring is exploration. I don't particularly enjoy the boss fights at times. And okay, I could help myself by using magic and that sort of thing, just going, okay, right, here you go, have a swarm of flies. At this point, I've locked into the way that I do things. Oh, locked in. Oh gosh, I'm using gamer language. Hello? Can you...
'Twas nobly fought.
I don't know what to do. I might try one more and see what happens. Oh. Don't bother with about power-ups on the way in before here. Just do them in here. Why is he doing a sideways walk? casting spells so slow. How did all of that miss? Waste. Ooh, got too greedy there. Sorry for not talking, I'm just trying to focus. No, you're not going to do a double, are you? You are? Should have seen that coming. Maybe I should have chosen to play Genshin Impact. People seem a lot more relaxed when they play that. Could have got a riposte, but never mind. No, you don't want to see me play Genshin? Really? Why not? Don't know how you avoid that one. Might live. Don't think I'll be able to heal though. Maybe. Higher the damage value is so unfair. Nothing I can do there. No. Right. I'm sorry, chat. I'm burnt out. I'm going to raid someone. As I said, going through a lot of stress at the moment, so might do shorter streams than usual. Who have we got? Who's live at the moment? Let's see. Do you know what? Someone has just started. They're playing a cozy game that I should be playing instead. And it's Dave the Diver. Liquison. How's that sound? Okay. So, I've raided her before. We'll go raid Liquison. Let's see. Right. Pop that through there. Sorry it's only been a 2-hour stream. I'm not doing this for another hour, so I'll lose my mind. Right. Gandolph. Raid. And we'll pop this one in there, the Gandalf Yippee. And then, as always, thank you for being here. Thank you, Neminal, for the 5-pack. Thank you, Little Bean, for the follow. Sorry, I didn't see that. And Iobot, thank you very much for the follow as well. Okay then. As always, love yourself, look after yourself, and I will maybe see you on Friday. Don't know. It depends on whether or not I still have my teeth. Okay? But for now, enjoy Liquison with Dave the Diver. I'll see you then. Have fun.